have some more years.
Yeah.
I hope.
You got a knack for it, for sure.
Yeah, I usually don't do podcasts just because I don't want to come across cocky and act like I know it all or whatever, but...
It's good to talk about it, though. It builds the sport and teaches people. I mean, people are always going to come at you online or whatever.
Yeah, I know.
I think it's funny reading some of your YouTube comments, Isaac, and it's like, should have shot again, took too long to reload. What are you doing? Like, just,
where are your speed loaders?
Yeah, that was the one too.
The video of the big deer is kind of comical to read down through it.
Oh, yeah, everybody's got an opinion. You just got to roll with it and just know that you're doing it for the right way, teaching people, getting the word out there about stuff. But it's fun for sure.
Catch a glimpse of a deer standing there looking at me, and so I swing my gun up on him, and I just see the rack as he's staring at me. And as soon as I was about ready to pull the trigger on him, he took a leap and he bounded off out of there. So I swung and I took a crack at him, and I hit the tree right in front of him. So never connected on him, but I followed him around the rest of that day, and he brought me up on top of a mountain, and just was never able to connect to him again. He was always setting up on me, laying there watching me coming up over the hill and whatnot, just like they usually do. Yeah, exactly. They're always
get you hooked on it, won't it?
Yeah, it sure will. If you chase one day and you're pretty much hooked then once you have a run-in with them. So
fall in love with it.
Yeah, definitely. There's something to it that certainly brings you back for more.
So that was the first buck that you really tracked?
Yeah, that was the first one that I really tracked and got an opportunity to see and to shoot at. So
Vermont or New Hampshire?
That was New Hampshire buck as well.
Yep.
And then
what was the first buck you killed tracking?
The first buck I killed tracking was in Vermont, actually. It wasn't a very big rack buck or anything, but I went out behind the house and I cut a fresh track there in the snow from that night and followed him for quite a ways and bumped him once. And he went back down over a ridge towards a road where it's normally all posted up down there. So I didn't think I could go down too far. And he ended up getting in some doe and chasing them around. I just so happened to catch him running by me chasing a doe. So I was able to get a few shots off at him there.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so that was the first one tracking there. I haven't gotten too many tracking, just a handful, but it's a lot of fun though.
Yeah, I mean you know how to find them better than a lot of people, so it's impressive. No matter how you get them, really. If you're big with hunting, you're tracking or you're sitting there doing still hunting, whatever, you can find the deer. I mean, you look at the sheds on the table here and you know how to find some deer.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, you put your time in, that's for sure.
Yeah, and a big part of it is putting time in. I'm fortunate enough to be able to take a lot of time off in the fall since I work for myself throughout the spring through fall. So I'm able to put a lot of time in spring scouting and summertime and even fall hunting them. So that certainly helps and plays a big part into being successful that time of year.
That's handy for sure.
Yeah.
You got to be willing to put the time in.
Yeah, that's for sure.
That's what deters a lot of people. I mean, whether it's up to them, like, I mean, a lot of people got to work, don't have the freedom in their schedule as far as, like, we do and you do.
Yeah, absolutely, right.
Hardly any snow once we get down to the truck, which is crazy. It's crazy how much that little bit of elevation snow. Like,
right?
Kill that deer up at 3,000 feet and there's like 6 to 8 inches of snow. You get down to the parking lot at like 800 to 1,000 feet and there's like a dusting. It's like crazy.
Do you have a deer cart?
No, I should get one though. Especially if you're hunting areas that got like the trails and stuff.
Yeah. I got one. Oh, my dad's actually always had one, but this year I started bringing it everywhere with me.
So you okay. Yeah. Did you use it in mass with your deer?
No, we didn't have it that day. We went down with my buddy's truck, but up in Maine we ended up using it on my buddy Gilly's buck that he got with me.
Okay.
Yeah, that was like
handy.
What's that?
Handy. Lifesaver.
Oh, wicked.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were probably close to 3 miles back on a gated wood road or a logging road. But it was like, they could drive tractor trailers on it.
Okay.
So it's worth the hike out to bring your gear and grab the cart.
Yeah, so what happened was he shot the buck, and I was like, well, Gilly, we got another 2 hours till dark. I'm going to keep poking around this swamp.
Yeah.
You go grab that cart and come back up in here, and I'll meet you at the buck at dark. And that's what we did. And we brought it out on the cart. It's easy. One arm.
Yeah.
Get some speed going.
Yeah, it's easy. It's like pulling a shopping cart.
Yeah.
How long do I use those jet sleds now?
Yeah. I need one back.
I should get one because either that or a cart because dragging a deer 2 miles is so cool. That one you got in New Hampshire, you said that was like the worst drag
7
experience
hours
of your life. 7 hours to get that thing out.
With
five guys.
With 5 guys.
That's
7
cool.
hours.
Crazy.
Steeper than hell. Or not just out there.
It was just out there. It was just dumb fire. It was like probably better better than 4 miles as a crow flies.
Yeah. At least you had snow. I mean, if having snow is...
It was some, but it didn't.
You didn't have a ton, right?
No, it was like a 2 inches maybe.
Yeah, better than nothing though.
The hard part of that deer was he died in this big ravine.
And see that in the video.
It was hard to, you couldn't get him out of the ravine. Like if you're gonna drag him up out of that ravine,
because it's like knife edges.
Yeah, it's like knife edges down into it. So basically, you're dragging him at the bottom of a ravine, and you're following the whole ravine, the whole way out of the mountain. You know, from upwards of almost 4,000 feet all the way down out.
Gnarly too. Those.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and then the last 100 feet of the drag was across a really big river.
Really?
Like a really big river.
Get real wet.
Me and my father-in-law had to float him across.
Oh, really?
Waist deep.
Not a mountain stream.
No. It was a big river, but I mean, there was no way around it.
Yeah.
We could have drug him like 2.5 miles up along the river to a bridge. Mm-hmm. But it's like at that point,
it was down there, get across.
Yeah, it was like 7 o'clock at night. Yeah. I'm completely exhausted.
Pitch black.
Yeah, I'm 13, 14 miles in at this point.
Yeah, you've been dragging all day.
I've been dragging all day. I mean, when I had shot that buck, I was 6, 7 miles in, so now I'm just whooped.
Yeah. Did you sleep for 3 days after that?
Oh man, dude. Yeah.
It's the best hard work you ever do, though.
Yeah, I got home. Yeah. You appreciate it.
I mean, how was that getting that 200-pound bow buck out? I mean, that was bare ground. You said, that was 2 miles back?
No, it wasn't that far back, but it was by myself, and
yeah,
I had probably about a 3/4 of a mile drag out or so by myself.
Still brutal, though.
Yeah,
bare ground is brutal.
Yeah, but just pick your gear up, walk forward, leave your gear down, go back, get the deer,
yeah,
pull it up to your gear, and do it all.
That's what you're doing. Just
back and forth. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Huh.
Whatever it takes.
Too bad that e-bike wouldn't drag them.
I know, right?
Just not enough torque in those things to get them going.
Yeah, I didn't have a cart though either, so I'm sure if you had a cart hooked up to it, it probably.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure it would really help it out then.
Yeah, if you got a deer cart like you got, and just tie it up to the back of it.
Yeah.
That'd be slick. I didn't think about that.
If you really get moving then.
Yeah, you'd be flying out.
It'd be scary then.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That thing be pushing you the whole way.
Right.
No way. Huh. Well, anything else we want to talk about this episode, boys, or what? I think we got most of it done.
Yeah,
you guys good?
I'm good.
Just want to say thanks to Connor for stepping in here in this podcast. We learned a lot.
Thanks.
Check out Connor on Instagram and